everyone. I'm going to do a hair tutorial for you. I've had a couple people ask me to do this hair tutorial with my extensions in and how I curl my hair. So I haven't curled my hair yet, that's why it's back in this braid, and I figured I would do a hair tutorial for you on how I curl my hair extensions. This will take a little bit because it's a lot of hair, but stick with me and you'll see how I do it. So the texture of this hair compared to my real hair is much thicker or more coarse. So the hair up here, I'll still use like volumizing stuff in like a volumizing mousse or maybe a root lift. For today I use Living Proof's full root lift. So that's what I use today, and I use that mostly like up here, and then on the ends I'm using like, you know, argan oils and coconut oil. This is a cocoa coconut elixir that I've used on the ends, and that's really gonna help smooth everything out because it's just a lot thicker. So these are tape-in extensions. I got them done, has it been 2 weeks or a week ago, something like that. Anyway, I'll show you. So this is what the tape-in extensions look like. Now the lighting in here, and I'm not quite sure why, if it's the warmth of these bulbs or what, but I have two different colors, and the low light is like a, just kind of like a I don't know, a dark blonde, but for some reason this lighting here is making it look like a purpley color. See it? It's really weird. That's not what they look like. Anyway, so there's this one, which is a little bit darker than, say, this one right here. This is like a blonde color, and they're taped in, and basically how this works is your hair is sandwiched in. So there's two wefts of hair, and you, so my hair is in between here, and then they're sandwiched together with this really sticky tape that stays and doesn't come out until you go and get your hair colored again. Then they take it out and they move it up. So as your hair grows, you can see as it comes out, this will come down, and then they take the hair extensions out and then move it back up whenever you need it. So I don't really leave my hair straight that much, because the straighter your hair with extensions, I feel like if your hair is short, it's hard to blend. If my hair was down to here, it probably would blend really well, but I have a lot of layers going on in the back of my head. So let me see if I can show you here. So that's kind of what it looks like back there. So it's kind of hard to blend all that in. That's what that looks like. So usually I curl it. Sometimes if I want a tighter wave, I'll use, this is the Babyliss Pro curling iron right here. And I think it's I'm not even quite sure if it's a full inch. I think it's an inch. Sorry if I'm looking up there. I know I should be looking here, but I have my iPhone turned sideways, so I won't have, so it would be the full screen. But anyway, so this is I think 1 inch. It's definitely not more than that. It gets super duper hot and it works really well. You can get it at professional beauty stores. That's where mine's from. I think you might be able to find it on Amazon. Then the one I'm going to use today though is the Hot Tools professional one. This is model number 1102, and this is the 1.5 barrel. And I like this on the majority of my extensions because it gives a nice like soft wave. And then I might go in with this smaller one up around this area to kind of blend everything in. Hair extensions really aren't that hard to take care of, I don't think, as long as you know, take good care of your hair and, you know, aren't too rough on it. You can do, you know, you can have them. I'm not really sure why this makes this purpley color. I think it's because it's these warm tones, like my skin isn't this pink, but anyway, it's not what it looks like. So I'm gonna start with this, curling away from my face. And I curl, a lot of times the extensions will tell you to alternate, so it'll kind of mix together more. I might alternate a little bit in the back, but mainly it's gonna go away from my face on both sides and kind of come together. And then I kind of brush it out too, and it gives it like a softer wave. This piece is always a piece that bothers me. So I'm actually gonna use the smaller one right here. And I'm gonna curl away from my face. You could use a curling wand too. It's basically the same thing, except I don't have a wand. So that's gonna go away from my face. And I'm gonna kind of like put that in with this one, which you'll see. It'll all come together in the end. So I'm just gonna curl like this away from my face. And I will try to do this as quickly as possible so you're not on here forever, because obviously I've got a lot of hair extensions and it takes a while. The setting that I'm using right now for heat is right up around 400. Seems to work pretty well for me. Like I said, I have that like coconut type, it's kind of like a heat protectant on, which I really think you should have. If you're gonna have extensions, I think it's really, and really just your hair in general, I think it's good to have a good heat protectant, so you're not like frying your hair. But you see the two different colors in there. And they matched my hair really well. I was very happy. I got my hair done at the salon. I went in first. My stylist name is Bobby Jean. She works at a place called Designer's Edge in Salisbury, Maryland, and she kind of matched my hair up to the extensions. They make, you know, extensions in pretty much every color you can think of, even like balayage type stuff and like fantasy colors and all of that, which is fun. So if you're not really wanting to like do fantasy colors all over your hair, or you wanting like something like maybe like a deep blue, but you don't want to try to like, I mean, growing that out and having that wash and fade out of your hair can take a long time sometimes. It can look kind of funky, turn green and all that stuff. So I think that's where the fantasy colors are fun. I've had pink, like a light pink in there before last year. So yeah. So when you wash your hair with extensions, it's really pretty much the same thing. I use a different shampoo though. Usually I use a you know, crazy volumizing type shampoo. Now I'm using like a smoothing anti-frizz type shampoo. I also use a really good conditioner, really get the ends. You just have to take care of it because they can get, you know, frizzy and stuff like that, and you don't want that. You don't want the ends all frizzy and looking gross. And extensions are expensive. They cost a lot of money. They definitely are an investment, so you have to take care of them. See, and then sometimes this just does this. So this is my annoying piece on this side, but I usually find a way to mix it in. You just have to, like I said, like doing hair and like playing with it. And I can throw it up in a ponytail, but again, you kind of want to make sure everything's blended when you put it up so you don't see any of the tape. Usually it's pretty good. I like it on a side ponytail. Curled with a side ponytail is cute. Half up, half down's cute. You could do that. See how this will kind of just wrap around this one, and I kind of will blend that all in. So it'll almost look like it's one long piece of hair. So for this front part, for my bangs, I'll probably end up using the smaller iron, but this, I'm trying to get it away from my face, but sometimes it doesn't really hold this full curl here like I want it to, because the hair isn't quite long enough. So we'll see. Kind of just have to see what happens. So if it stays like that, it won't be bad, but I have a feeling it's not going to stay like that. It's really hard to see when you're trying to look in the mirror and look in here and grab your hair at the same time. You can see there's the tape. This doesn't bother it or anything like that. And when you want to remove your tape and extensions, you go to the salon and they remove it, or you can buy like tape and extension remover, which is like a ton of like oils, like coconut oil and stuff like that, and you just put it on the tape and then you can pull it apart. But I definitely recommend you getting someone professional to take them out, because once you buy the hair, you can reuse it again. I mean, you can keep it and then, you know, get more sticky stuff for it and reuse it. And you're gonna want to do that because this hair is expensive. So Sometimes you can take this little hair that's under here and just bobby pin it up if it's getting in the way and not cooperating. So I'm gonna use that little one here. I'm gonna like fold it out. Because it can kind of like hang out right here and become a pain when you're trying to. So what I did was kind of like curl that up right there so it'll kind of blend in. And it's not gonna like poke through or anything. Sometimes I'll take a brush and just kind of brush through it so it all comes together. This is a wet brush, which I highly recommend. They gave me this brush at the salon, which is nice too if you want to get in there and kind of tease your hair a little bit, which helps. If you tease your hair right around the tapes, like I might tease it a little bit in here to help lift this up and kind of cover the tape. This is great for that because it's got like the rat tail, and then these bristles are really good for, it almost reminds me of my daughter's American Girl doll comb. It's kind of like that, which goes through their hair really great. So it goes through this hair really well. Curling the back of your hair, that's always fun. See what it looks like in the back. See how we're doing here. Okay, so try to get that all mixed in. As you can see, you can kind of see this layer here, but so I'm gonna curl a little bit of this and kind of blend that in the best I can. And then this curl will last tomorrow. It'll still be curled like this tomorrow. I might do a few things to it and do some dry shampoo, but it should be pretty curly still. This is my favorite dry shampoo. This is Bedheads by TG's Oh Behave. You can see, there we go. And I really like this, and it smells really, really good. And it's a great dry shampoo to kind of give you some lift, which I like because I still like the lift up here. I don't want it too flat. So that's it pretty much. I'll spray some dry shampoo on it and a little bit of hairspray. And that's pretty much it. I'll show you the back. Let's see. So that's the back. Like that. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions for me, go ahead and drop them below. Like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions you have, but it's fun. It's fun to go from having, you know, hair to here and then having it to here. So extensions are always fun. I like the tape and extensions. I feel like they aren't as damaging to your hair as other kinds of extensions are. I don't really like the clip-in extensions because they are a lot heavier. Like these are super lightweight, just feels just like my hair. The clip-ins to me just have felt, to me, very heavy, and I didn't really like them. Also, I felt like it really pulled like at my hair, and just, you know, the pain of constantly clipping them in and out. So basically, you know, these, I go to bed with them, they're where they need to go. I don't have to remember like which short piece goes where. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Give me some comments below. Feel free to share, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.